Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Welcome to the Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit.
Hello and welcome to the May 2025 Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit, where innovative business owners and industry leaders come together to share insights and their strategies and some success stories. This online event is designed for entrepreneurs who are eager to learn, connect and grow their businesses. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, this summit offers a wealth of knowledge from experts across various industries. Gain actionable strategies, discover the latest business trends, and learn how to overcome challenges in today's dynamic marketplace. Cathy Nesbitt is from Cathy's Laughter Club, and she's going to be discussing with us laughter wellness and laughing for the health of it. And Cathy is a health and wellness advocate and founder of Cathy's Crawly Composters, which she established in 2002. Cathy Sprouters and Cathy's Laughter Club, and she is a multi-award-winning visionary who inspires individuals to live a more joyful, sustainable life. Cathy is a certified laughter yoga teacher, appointed laughter ambassador in 2017 by Dr. Maiden Kataria, and she's the pioneer of laughter yoga. Tapping, brain gym, and other health modalities are incorporated in her laughter yoga. She helps people get out of stress and into joy. When we feel good, we do good. Cathy, welcome to the summit. It's such a pleasure to see you again. You always brighten my day, and I'm always glad that you're first on.
Oh, thank you, Rose. I'm so excited to be here again. I'm so grateful for the summit that you host and helping entrepreneurs do a better job. And yeah, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to launch the summit.
Thank you.
I know it's early, so maybe I should go slower.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I always set myself half an hour to open, and it usually only takes me 15 minutes. I don't know why I opened so early, but never mind. It is what it is.
Oh, all is well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cathy, tell me a little bit about laughter yoga and why is it so important for us to be able to use laughter in our life?
Well, laughter is the best medicine. We've all heard this expression, and it's scientifically proven. That's the beautiful part about laughter. So it's fun, it's frivolous, and it's good for us. How
Mm,
wonderful. So when we're
yeah,
laughing, we are secreting the love drugs, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Yes, I say, have you had your daily dose? And when we're laughing, we're completely present. It really is the opposite of stress. And these days, we're living in a perpetual state of stress. My goal is to help people make joy their habit, and we dabble into stress maybe as we need it.
yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I think that laughter is good medicine for us. And if we can't laugh, and and bring joy to ourselves and to others, I think we're missing a great part of our lives.
Yeah, so you asked why we need laughter or why laughter yoga. I think especially since 2020 when the world was shut down, there's still residual COVID time where people are struggling. How do you torture people? You isolate them. So we were isolated. Australia and Canada were battling, longest lockdown. I don't know who won. It doesn't matter. It was really torture. And so laughter connects us on a really deep level. There's a thing called mirror neurons. So when we see somebody smiling, we smile too. Or we see somebody sad, we might feel sad too. Those are the mirror neurons. That's the gift that we have as humans. Very few mammals have mirror neurons, humans, apes, and a few birds. And that helps us really um, connect with empathy. And that's what's really needed during this cuckoo time that we're in. Everybody's struggling, and laughter just helps us get present, feel good. And when we feel good, we do good. We want to help other people.
Absolutely. And I think, um, I mean, I've sometimes walked down the street and I see someone looking a bit sad, and I smile at them and I think, have I made their day? And quite often, when the other is applies, when I'm feeling a bit down and someone smiles at me, or um, has a conversation, just says hello, makes me feel a lot better. I think, makes me feel like I'm less alone in the world. Is that, that is a great thing, and it helps people to feel good about their day, just a smile or just an acknowledgement. And is if we as a community did that a lot more often, I think there'd be a lot less sadness in the world.
Well, imagine if we were all laughing together. And for those watching and listening, laughter yoga is not about jokes or comedy. And it's not doing yoga and laughing. It's laughing as a cardiovascular workout. Jokes are cultural. Two people walking into a bar or somewhere, it's not funny for those two people. So laughter yoga is not jokes or comedy. We're not against comedy, just that comedy is conditional. So if we hear a joke as an adult, it goes through a lot of filters. Is this funny? Have I heard it before? Is it safe to laugh with the people that I'm with? Where laughter yoga is just laughing for the health of it. There's little
Mm,
games to inspire the laughter. And you do it in a club. Even as a trained professional, it's challenging to get my giggle on by myself.
mm.
Again, the mirror neurons, when we see somebody, it's contagious in a good way, everybody. Um, so when we're laughing, we're playing, we're fully present, and we're not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. We're right here, right now, secreting the love drugs again. And I think the most important piece for laughter yoga and for entrepreneurs, well, for anybody, is the oxygen. Our brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of our body as an operating principle. When we're stressed, we're not breathing properly. Blood, lymph, oxygen leaves our frontal lobe so we can escape from the situation. Not that we need to escape. Right. I'm laughing, ha ha ha, because I laugh. It's fine. So when we're stressed, right, we're not breathing properly. Laughter just forces us. We're like, ha 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 ha. You can't just ha ha ha. You're exhaling. You have to take a beautiful deep breath in so you can continue laughing at the situation. And Rose, people will say to me, oh my gosh, it's so stressful. How can I possibly laugh? Well, we're not laughing at, we're laughing because of. If we're not laughing, we might be crying in the corner. As you take a sip.
Absolutely. Sorry, I just had to have a drink then. Cathy, what are the basics of laughter yoga? I mean, as you said, it's not an exercise where you're doing all those, poses like the dog and whatever it is that they do. Explain the process.
Yeah, thank you. So it is a cardiovascular workout. Sessions are either half an hour or 60 minutes. And you start with some warm-ups. So the yoga part of laughter yoga is the practice of the laughter and the deep diaphragmatic breathing. So you start with some gentle warm-ups. I incorporate tapping, brain gym, qigong. Laughter goes with everything. It's complementary medicine. And there's clapping and there's chanting, but it's not religious. It's just kind of to program our brain, I guess, for happy time. Just like Pavlov's dog, when he rang the bell, the dog would salivate even without treats. So same thing. So there's clapping, and we're clapping palm to palm. So when we're clapping palm to palm, we're activating meridians. So that gives us energy already. And then we add a rhythm, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and the words are ho ho, ha ha ha, have fun. Those words, ho and ha, move our diaphragm. So when we say ho, 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 like Santa, we're moving our diaphragm. So there are so many things. So we start with ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. That helps the people that are logical, that are in their head, like, there's no jokes or comedy. What, you want me to laugh with no stimulus? That's right. Just laughing for the health of it. So for those folks, doing something with your hands, it's like, oh, okay, I have something to do. It's not like just laugh for nothing. And it primes us. So when we come to a laughter club and we start ho, ho, ha, 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 then our brain says, oh, it's happy time. I'm ho-hoing and ha-ha-haing. And I add a lot of modalities. So we breathe in through our nose and then we exhale with a sigh. Ha. And what that does, it's an auditory signal to our brain. We're never running for the bus because we're late and sighing like, oh, I'm late for the bus. Ha. No, we're never flapping around looking for our keys. Ha, sighing. So what sighing does is it's an auditory signal. I must be relaxed. I must be happy because I'm sighing. So there's really some beautiful things that we can do to get out of stress. As I mentioned, it is a habit. I want to make joy our habit. I really would like for us to just live in joy. Imagine how productive we could be, how much we would want to be helping the other, serving folks around us when we feel good.
Wow, a lot in that. And I think, too, you're right about movement and breathing and all sorts of things. I mean, if you're feeling a little bit stressed and you breathe and you relax yourself by doing that, and it changes the way your brain processes certain things in your life or what's happening in your life at that particular moment. I know recently that I've had some family issues. My mum passed away about a month ago, and then I had to put my husband into long-term aged care, and I was quite stressed out through that whole process and the grieving process. Of course, I'm still working through that, but I have found, I'm holding my hand on my heart, then and breathing deeply. I find that I can relax and that I'm, finding that I'm um, less stressed, I guess. And so, those breathing exercises do help, and laughing at yourself too when you make a mistake rather than, criticizing yourself. I think that's something that we all need to learn to do a lot better too.
Absolutely. Yes, we do beat ourselves up. We're so hard on ourselves. We are our worst critic. We're so harsh. We would never have a friend like that voice in our head. So we have a choice. We can choose to be stressed and um, function in that way, but it's really difficult. Our body doesn't heal. When people are in stress, they often stress eat, whatever that is. And I would suggest not eating when you're stressed because our body is not in parasympathetic mode, which is rest and digest. So if you eat when you're stressed, yes, you're eating, but it kind of goes in and comes out the other end. Your body doesn't absorb the nutrients because you're not in the mode for that. There are so many wonderful benefits for incorporating laughter in so many ways. When people are going through cancer treatment or dialysis, imagine your whole health team laughing with you. You're laughing, ah ha ha, and then the medicine is better incorporated into your body. The team is less stressed, and everything flows smoother. Um, laughter has changed my life, and I really would love to help people incorporate this magic medicine into their life and add it to their daily regime of healthcare. We put ourselves last. When we have our big list, our big to-do list, we go, there's no time for self-care. Look at that list. It's chock or block. I would say put you at the first. And I have a morning routine that is, it's non-negotiable. I wake up early so that I have time to do my routine, and it only takes 15 minutes. It's not a big chunk of my day, but it sets me up to have a beautiful day. And I start, well, first of all, before getting out of bed, sometimes we wake up and start thinking about our to-do list before we've even got out of bed. That puts us right in stress mode. I'm suggesting take a couple of beautiful, nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and think about a few things that you're grateful for. Don't worry about the to-do list. It'll get to done. Just start your day just thinking, what am I grateful for? And if you're really struggling, it might be hard. So you go, wow, okay, I woke up. Gratitude. Where do I live? Oh, look at me. I live in this nice place. Gratitude. I have drinking water. I have air to, right? Small things. You can start there and then you build up. And then once you get out of bed, you go do your things. What I do is I go outside and I'm barefoot. So I'm multitasking. I'm earthing, which is getting the energy from the earth. When we started wearing shoes, we started getting disconnected from the earth's energy. And that helps us detox. If we have too much energy, it helps us release the excess energy. And it helps us absorb this beautiful energy from Mother Earth. So it's easy to do, and people can Google what it's all about, earthing. It's wonderful. There's a movie about it. And while I'm out there earthing, it's first thing in the morning. I get sun first thing on my eye, which resets my melatonin, and so I sleep better at night. Simple to do. Again, I do some simple stretches, some energy work, some tapping, and boom, 15 minutes. That's how I set up my day. Then I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
A really great way to start the day, Cathy. I think you know, a lot of us, as you say, we think about our to-do list first, and then it causes that stress, and we do all the other things, not putting ourselves first, especially if you have family, you've got your children, you've got your spouse, you've got get the kids ready for school, do those little chores that you need to do, and so the morning starts stressed, and we don't seem to be able to alleviate that stress during the day. And so this is where we can do the things that you suggested, and even starting your day, as you say, going outside. And if it's not wintertime and it's freezing cold outside, you can go out and have your coffee or tea or your hot beverage, whatever it is that you have in the morning. And just even if you have to get up before the rest of the family does, to be able to do those things.
Right? That's it. We just need to set the time aside because we're important. If we fill up our cup and we're full, then we can give the overflow to other people. Otherwise, we're struggling. We go through the day, we're struggling, and it feels like a chore. It feels like, I love my kids. I really want to do for them, but I'm so tired. I'm exhausted all the time. So if we put ourselves first and we fill up our cup, then it's joyful. We can go and help other people because we're full. It's really it's really simple, but not easy. And it's taken me a long time to get where I am today. Was I always this way? Absolutely not. I was a people pleaser. I was always doing for the other. And kind of miserable, right? A stomach ache because it was like, I would say yes when I really meant no. And now I'm able to stand in my power and say yes if I mean yes, and no if I mean no. And those are important. It's important that we have boundaries uh, in addition to our self-care routine and so that we can look after the other people.
Absolutely. And, a lot of corporations are now using laughter yoga to increase their productivity and build teams. Tell me a little bit about that, and how it is a benefit to corporations.
Mm, it's a wonderful tool for team building. It breaks down barriers. So you've got the whole crew in there. You got the president, you got the people in the plant, in the factory, the mailroom. Everybody's there and there's no titles. Everyone just laughing. And when we're laughing together, it connects us. We become more creative. Nobody wants to miss Laughter Day because it's so much fun. Um, yeah, it reduces absenteeism, increases our mood, increases team building so that we can come up with better solutions. Uh, yeah, corporations are missing out that haven't incorporated laughter into their routine, specifically since 2020. We were working at home, we were isolated, it was hard, we were online, and now we're back in person. I know it's 5 years now, but we're back in person, and it's hard. Young people today are struggling. Rose, my goodness. They were having trouble before making eye contact. Now everybody's attached to their cell phone and making a conversation is really challenging for people. I'm saying young people, even folks that were working at home, and now that it's like, oh, this is so great at no commute, and now the companies want everyone to come back into the office, and it's a challenge. Like if you were 2 years working at home and then going back into the office, now you got to deal with all of those dynamics. It just breaks down everything. Laughter just it frees us so that we can see the other people rather than just the stress and the boundaries.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it 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 is a team building exercise. It helps to make teams more cohesive. I think if you can laugh at something that maybe that's a joke, or I mean, I'm not saying about using laughter yoga as such. I'm talking about if we can all laugh together about a common goal or a common something that's happened, or not laughing at someone because that's a little bit cruel, but you can laugh with them, and I think that's really beneficial. If someone starts to laugh for no reason because they found something funny, sometimes it perpetuates in the workplace. People laugh because someone started laughing and for no reason. I have found that in the workplace, someone was just laughing for something, and you look at them and you think, what are they laughing at? And it's contagious. Laughing is absolutely contagious.
In a good way.
Absolutely, yes.
Don't fear not, folks. It is so beautiful when we're laughing. Pardon me. When we're laughing, it increases our mood. We feel better. It increases our energy. We're secreting all the love drugs. So when we're stressed, we're secreting cortisol, adrenaline, epinephrine. We're not breathing properly. Our body's not getting what it needs. For sure, our brain isn't. When we're laughing, we're secreting all the love drugs. We're fully oxygenated. We just feel better. And it's complementary magic medicine. It's high vibration. And it's, people go, oh, I'm feeling sad. How can I laugh? Good. Your body doesn't know the difference between real and simulated laughter. You can laugh. Ha 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 ha. I hope you're smiling at least while you're watching this. We can laugh ha 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 even if you don't feel like it. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. As soon as you say ha ha ha, those are laughter sounds. As soon as you smile, you start sending a note to your brain. Pew pew pew. Hey, I must be happy. I'm smiling. I'm making those laughter sounds. And we start secreting the love drugs. The more you giggle, the more love drugs you're secreting. Um, Again, versus cortisol, adrenaline, epinephrine. Those all have a place, but they don't have a place in our joy. And as I mentioned, we are living in a perpetual state of stress. There's so many things to be afraid of. I would recommend that people limit their time watching the news. We need to know what's happening for sure, but we don't need all the details. And we definitely don't need all the details every 10 minutes to be repeated. Or on social media, you see the headlines and it sounds so shocking because social media, the design of social media is to get us engaged and make us emotional. It does. You see something that somebody's written and they may be a friend and you're like, oh my gosh, how could they even think that? And we may start to compose something. I would love to give your viewers a tip on how to stop that flow. So if you're on social or something triggers you, stop. Don't compose anything. Don't get engaged. Rub your hands together. And you can do this with me if you like. Shake your hands off. And then we're going to do a triple warmer smoothie. So what this does, the triple warmer is one of our meridians, which governs our joy. When we're under stress, we're not in joy. It's the opposite. So you just cover your eyes gently. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, you draw your hands across your eyes to your temple. And you breathe in again. Trace your ears. Breathe in. And then you just trace behind your ears. You're tracing the triple warmer meridian and come down to your heart. Ha. And you may feel a shift, especially if you're really stressed. You may want to do that a few times just to ha. What you're doing is you're tracing your triple warmer backwards to calm it down. When it's firing, you need to smooth it the other way so that it calms down and you get back into parasympathetic or relaxed mode. Another thing you can do is humming. When we breathe in, again, sometimes when we're under stress, we breathe through our mouth. We're like panting or we're rushing around, breathing in and out through our mouth, and that's okay. That keeps us alive. I'm suggesting that people breathe in through their mouth or breathe in through their nose, and that increases our nitric oxide, which is one of our feel-good chemicals. So we breathe in through our nose, and then we hum it out. Hum. And that increases until your breath is gone. And that increases our nitric oxide by 15%. It's just one of those wonderful things. So my evening routine, when I go to bed, one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly, and I do 3 deep breaths and hum it out. Humming is kind of the first instrument. It's our own resonance. You can hum low, where you're humming more into your belly, or you can hum higher, more into your head. Hum. It doesn't matter. Whatever the resonance that feels good for you when you're humming, it just puts you into that parasympathetic mode and you're ready to go off to La La Land. It's really a beautiful thing. And you can add humming if you're walking down a corridor. Just when you hear people humming, again, you're not humming when you're under stress. It's another signal to your body that, oh, I must be relaxed because I'm humming.
Yeah, and I've noticed that as you do when you're watching children, they always laughing about something that they just find life so joyful. I think, and I think if we as adults decided to let go of the stresses that we have in our lives and took on more of what children do with their laughing and they're having fun and all of those things that they do, I think we could as a society be a lot better off.
Absolutely. If we look to children, although they are laughing less than they used to, because they're born into this world that's broken and they get the message from birth that the world is on fire, that there's not going to be enough food and there's no housing and all of the things. So it's very stressful. The young people today are really struggling. And I think that's our role as adults to assist these young people on their journey. It's not the same as when we were growing up. There was a path. You went to school, you graduated, maybe you went to university or college, you got a job, you got a family, bought a house. It's not like that anymore. There's no kind of system anymore for these young folks, and they're really struggling. I spend a lot of time with young people, and it's one of my joys. One of my joys is like hearing them talk. They're so smart, but they're really struggling because they don't know what the future holds for them. They're feeling despondent and almost hopeless. So I think it's our role as adults to help them find a way to find the joy and that there is hope to offer them hope. I think that's our job.
Absolutely, and I think the way that the world is going at the moment, I think young people uh, are finding it really challenging to navigate the world as it is now, and because adults are so stressed out, we're passing that stress on and passing all those doubts and uncertainties and all of the dark stuff that's happening in the world right now is being passed on to our younger generation, and they don't know how to handle it. So I think if they could find more joy in their lives, I think we could make their life a lot easier.
Mm. Yeah, I would like to lead us on offer some tips for getting out of stress, if I may, Rose,
Of
to
course.
make it beneficial for your viewers. So I do incorporate a lot of different modalities. As I mentioned, laughter goes with everything. It's complementary medicine. Nobody's died from laughing too much that I know of, but maybe they went. So, ha ha ha, not funny. Okay, so so I'd like to since we're all seated, we're gonna do some cross crawls, and this is a seated version. You can do it by tapping your knees with your palm, but we're gonna just put one hand on the opposite shoulder, and you can do this while you're watching if you like, and give yourself a little massage. We carry a lot of stress in our shoulders, and then just push down and drag across to the opposite hip. And then the other side, a little massage, push down and drag across. And we'll do that a few times. And be breathing too. If I forget to tell you to breathe, breathe anyway. What this does is connects our lobes. So we have two lobes in our brain. Sometimes with our frenetic state, it's so much crazy energy out there that helps that we just get disconnected, and our energy isn't crossing over. If you're ever feeling depressed, anxious, frustrated, probably your energy is not crossing over, and it may be time to do some cross crawls. So this is a wonderful thing. If there's anyone with you, you can have them do it on your back while you're doing it on the front. And it's a beautiful thing. So anything you do after you've connected your lobes will be better incorporated into your beautiful body. So we're going to tap on 4 spots, and I would invite you to tap on these 4 spots every day. So the first one, so just take a couple of fingers. We're going to tap on our cheekbones right under our pupils. And so we're tapping hard enough that we can feel it. I want you to notice how you feel as you're tapping on these spots. This is stomach meridian. You don't need to know, but if you need to know, now you know. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in while you're breathing, or while you're tapping. Breathe in. Smiling, hold it, tapping. So many instructions. Don't get stressed. Stay with me. And exhale with a sigh. Ha. Good. Breathe in again. And exhale. Ha. Stomach meridian. If we have an upset stomach, tapping on our stomach meridian will help us. Or if we're really feeling spun, tapping here helps get us grounded. Next one is on your collarbone. There's a little divot if you go about an inch down from your collarbone. This is the end of the kidney meridian. This is K27. This is where the lymphatic system dumps into the cardiovascular. Very important point. And take a nice deep breath in here. And exhale. Good. Again, breathe in. And exhale. So 2 more spots. Next one is on your thymus. You can do open hands, fingers, whatever you want to do. Thymus is where our T cells go to mature. Great apes will do this. Our thymus shrinks as soon as we hit puberty. So in order to keep your thymus alive and energetic, tapping on it is a beautiful thing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to make some noise like Tarzan. We're going to get our stress out. So take a nice deep breath in. It's okay. You're safe in your Zoom room. Breathe in and make some noise. Ah! And then with ha ha ha. It's so fun. Okay, again, breathe in. Get the rest of your stress out. Get it out. Ah! It's so fun. Okay, now put your arms like this, and we're just going to tap on our ribs. This is spleen meridian. When we're under stress, our spleen doesn't get any energy. So giving your spleen a little bit extra love is a great thing. You can do both at the same time. There's no wrong way to do this. You can't hurt yourself unless you hit yourself too hard. So stomach again, kidney, thymus, spleen. I would invite you to tap on those 4 spots every day and several times a day. It can't hurt. Every now and then I'm just like, and I'll just take a nice deep breath in. That's a beautiful thing just to get you into your body. I start my day with that while I'm outside earthing. I would love to give you some more tips. So it's evening where I am, so I'm getting ready for going off to La La Land, and I know it's morning where you are, or in Australia at least. So I want to talk about sleeping, because it really is important that we have a wonderful, nice night's sleep. So if you have trouble sleeping, going to sleep, or you wake up and you can't get back to sleep, something you can do is figure eights around your eyes. So either right on the skin or just in the air above your hand, either way, slowly, methodically. And as soon as you start yawning, you've gone into parasympathetic mode and you're ready. It's like, okay, I'm ready to go. Um, and you can do that anytime, again, during the day. It's beautiful for eye health. And talking about eye health, I would love to do a routine since I did the figure eights. So I always start when I'm doing eye health with tapping on K27, the kidney. When we're tapping here, it sends energy to our eyes. So that's always a great way to start. And then I do the figure eights around the both eyes. Then I'll do figure eights around each eye individually. And then I want you to grab your eyebrows and just pull out. That brings oxygen up to your eyes, and it's kind of resetting the cells. It's a spindle reset. And it's so beautiful. You might notice that after doing this, it's brighter in the room that you're in. Now I want you to gently, these are called fairy pinches. Just pull out, just gently pinch on your eyelashes or on your eyelids. And this is, again, the spindle reset. Just gently, it's your eyeball. And then now I want you to just place a finger over over one eye, and we're just going to gently tap along, sending more energy to your eyeball. And again, I would invite you to do this every day. We work hard, we're on a lot of screens, so our eyes we get eye strain easily. Okay. And now take it like, oh, whatever I do that I feel like, oh, it's brighter in here now. So beautiful. All right, Rose, questions?
Absolutely. My God, that was absolutely amazing, Cathy. Thank you so much for sharing those little exercises with us. I think if we replay this later, which I'm going to when I'm doing all the editing, I'm going to do those exercises and I'm going to feel 100% and I'm going to learn how to laugh by myself because I'm now living by myself. So sometimes it makes it a little bit challenging, I think. So what advice would you give for people that are, living on their own to do this laughter yoga?
Mm, Great question. So laughter yoga was started in 1995 by a medical doctor, Dr. Matan Kataria, and his goal is world peace. 30th anniversary, and I believe it was started in 1995, so we could be ready for 2020. Prior to that, even Dr. Kataria believed we needed to be in person to get the benefits of laughter yoga. We now know that the energy absolutely transcends online. There are clubs around the world. People can laugh 24/7 for free. You just jump in. You don't need to know the language. You can jump into Japan and do laughter yoga. The activities are the same, and laughter is the universal language. So I would really recommend that people join a laughter club. There is in-person ones as well, for sure. If you're able to get out and about. The thing about laughter is it works if you're seated, if you're standing, if you're bedridden, if you're isolated, you're living on your own. Absolutely, you can jump into a Zoom class, and it's probably not going to work for Australia. My laughter club, it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern, which is probably the middle of the night for Australia. But really, there are clubs around the world where people can laugh. And I really would encourage people to jump in. You have it on gallery view. So the part about laughter yoga is making eye contact. So we're looking at each other. It's contagious in a good way when we see people laughing. It makes us laugh. We're getting oxygenated. We feel good. We're connected. And it's a really wonderful global giggle gang. It's so much fun when we're laughing together. We don't want to hurt each other. World peace is the goal, and it's possible when we are connected in a good way. We feel good. We're helping each other. We're not against each other. The world right now is so fear-based. Everything is There's shortage, there's not enough food, there's not enough jobs, there's not enough housing, there's too many people. On and on it goes. There's war, there's a kooky president. We're his neighbor. Um, like there's so much stuff going on. And, and people will say to me, Cathy, how can I laugh? There's so many things going on. I say, we have to laugh. We have to laugh because all those things are going on. Otherwise, we're bawling in the corner. So we're not laughing at the situation. We're laughing because of. And why do people laugh when it's inappropriate or say inappropriate? At a funeral, somebody might start laughing. It's like the pressure cooker. It's the body saying you're too stressed. So it's that explosion and you start laughing and then it's contagious. Other people will start laughing and it's a beautiful release. If anybody remembers Mary Tyler Moore Show, the most popular episode was when Chuckles the clown at Chuckles' funeral, and Mary couldn't stop laughing. She was laughing and laughing, and it seemed so inappropriate. And then the pastor said, "Mary, you're right. Chuckles was all about laughter. We need to laugh." And then everybody started laughing, and that's when Mary started crying. It's hilarious episode, and it's not funny that somebody passed. It's just that release, and they totally wouldn't want us to be, sad forever. Grief is a process. Rose, I'm sorry you're going through that at this time. Um, and that's a process, not to bypass, not to just laugh, to feel good. We're laughing because if we're not laughing, we're so stressed, we're not breathing properly, and then sickness comes when stress is too long.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cathy, thank you so much for sharing that. If you want to reach out to Cathy, you can find her on Facebook, Cathy Nesbitt. She's on LinkedIn under Cathy Nesbitt. Her websites are cathy'scomposters.com, cathy'sclub.com, cathy'ssprouters.com, and she's also on YouTube. Cathy, it has been a pleasure. You want to share something with us today? It's hashtag leader from your website, Cathy's Club.
Yes, I actually do a training. I do a 2-day laughter yoga leader training. Is that what I'm sharing?
Yes, I think it is. Yes.
Yeah, so it's a 2-day training if anybody wants to learn this magic medicine online. It's beautiful. We can learn it for ourselves, and also you're able to lead Laughter Club. And if anybody needs a giggle, I do have a wonderful video series called Fun Fat Friday, where I think tomorrow will be episode 203. So this was a COVID project. It's coming up on 4 years. And so those are shorts for fun. If you can't come to my Tuesday club, unless you wake up in the middle of the night and can't get back to sleep, come and giggle. But my video series are, 5 or 10 minutes, and they're just shorts for fun. And I do incorporate a lot of the healing modalities as well.
Wonderful. Cathy, it's been, as always, a pleasure. Thank you so much for making my day a little bit brighter. I appreciate you. And to take good care of yourself.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you. Have a great summit.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
That was Cathy Nesbitt talking to us all about laughter wellness and how laughing is great for our health.
Thank you for joining us at the Talking with the Experts Online Business Summit with your host, Rose Davidson. We hope you found the insights and strategies shared by our esteemed presenter valuable. Remember, your journey to success doesn't end here. Keep applying what you've learned, stay connected with our community, and continue to push the boundaries of your business. Until next time, keep thriving and striving for excellence. Goodbye, and see you at our next summit.